So I thought today's topic would be more about the season, right? And so this season is fall. Fall, not the fall, but fall. We call fall, or they can say autumn or something like that. So, but autumn is fall, so you would still use the sign for fall. And then you could say, oh, what's your favorite season? Remember, this was time or an era of time, season. What is your favorite season? Because this is like a clock, right? So if you do it like this, because this is like, what time is it? This is an era of time, and you would do the same concept of S for season. It's like your clock. So what's your favorite season? Oh, fall. Really? What do you like about fall? Well, I like the leaves falling and the colors changing. You could say changing colors since it's a short phrase, but a proper ASL grammar would be colors change. People do it like this, just because, but this is actually the sign for it is color. So you can say, if it's colorful, you would say colorful. It's many colors many, if it's very colorful. If you drive up north, you'll see the leaves changing and there's many colors. It's very colorful. So I think that sometimes it's hard changing from English to ASL, because we go, why can't we say colorful? But you are, because you're saying this, oh, it's many colors, different. You can even say different. The hand you write with, different. And instead of just different, I always like to move it. Different. You know, the colors are different. Yeah, I like that too. Also, the weather, we can go ahead and do an English sign or initialized sign, weather. Cooler. Yes, it is cooler. It depends where you live, because if you live up on the northern part of the United States, it might be cold, but it's usually cooler. The temperatures, remember this is our thermometer, temperatures are lower. Also, I like football. This is American football, and I had some Hispanic, deaf, and even the hearing, depends on where you live, they have to distinguish if it's American football or not. So if you're talking to a Hispanic person, football. But if you do the sign, they know this is American football. If you do this or this, that is soccer. So that's one thing I like about not having to use the English language, because if you just say football, if you're talking to a Hispanic that maybe have lived in a different country, they may think you're thinking soccer. So, because that's what they call it, is football. So this is American football. This is soccer, or this is soccer because you're kicking. Either one. I see both, so it doesn't really matter. And it just depends on, where you learned it, that kind of thing. And then you can say, oh yes, and I like to hear the band, and I'm going to spell it B-A-N-D, because a band is several instruments, right? So, oh yeah, I like to hear the drums, or you could hear the horns, that kind of thing. So deaf people, and it depends on how much hearing they have, if they can hear, because they can hear the drum, because it's really boom, 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 right? It's deep, and that bass is deep. So, and then you see all the cheerleaders. We got our little pom-poms in our hands. Got our cheerleaders, and you can see that, and it's and the weather is just kind of a crisp, feeling, and deaf people may not know that crisp, and so you might want to say it's cool, and it just, you can feel the difference in the air. The air feels different. I really like to use the signs instead of spelling them, unless you just have to. So if you're just having a conversation, you can say, because you're not interpreting, you can just say, oh, the weather, it feels Remember our open 8 hand shape, it feels different. It does. And if you want to spell crisp, you can. And it's hard to describe unless you're feeling it. You go, oh, that feeling right now, that's crisp. And then some people, they like that pumpkin spice, and there is not a sign for that. So they pour it into their coffee or whatever and drink that. Someone said they put it in their hot chocolate, but I'm not a fan so of pumpkin spice, but everyone is different. So anyway, so yeah, you can say, oh, and I like the hot chocolate. It keeps me warm. And then your friend may say, oh, I like coffee and have that pumpkin spice, or you can even just say spice, because this is remember, this is pepper and this is salt, but the other spices you just shake it, and then you can identify it. Like you've already did pumpkin spice, so you can do that, pumpkin spice. And I like the way that you can have different signs to say that too. And then, pecans. And it's going underneath your teeth, but because I have lipstick on, most people don't want to, unless you're really doing it, pecans. And you can even spell it after that, because it's like, you can say what kind of nuts, you're specifying the kind of nuts that you want. You go, oh yeah, pecan pie, or pecan bars, you cut it up, or pecan ice cream, or whatever, but kind of like the same as the pumpkin spice, right? They have the pecans, and you can just, oh, I just like them, raw or whatever, or you can say, oh, I like it with that cinnamon sugar on it, or however you want to say that, because many things you must spell because there's not a sign. But if there is a sign, I always prefer to use that because it's more clear. And I think because it's more conceptual, then I think you can have more of an in-depth conversation. And it's just more clear, and it's more enjoyable, and you have a lot of fun with that. So, and then you can say, oh, what else do you like about fall? Right? Oh, we have Halloween. Now, there's 2 signs for Halloween, and I'm going to do a whole video on Halloween signs, but not yet, so I'm kind of waiting a little bit. So Halloween, because it's the mask, or you can do Halloween, which is also the mask. So you'll see it either way. I still see it both. So there's Halloween, that's soon, and then also after that, then we have Thanksgiving, which we've done several of those. We can do Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving. And the reason why this is turkey and this is Thanksgiving. So either one. So a lot of people will say Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. So then you can discuss about maybe the different food, but there's always like a Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving, either one. I use both. I prefer Thanksgiving, but I see Thanksgiving a lot, but it doesn't matter to me. The same thing with Christmas. I guess I have a sign that I prefer. So you could say, oh yes, and then everyone gathers around the TV and watches football. They already know it's not soccer, so we don't have to explain that. Oh, American football. This is the huddle. See, this is wrestling, and then this is football, because they all run into each other. You don't have to explain that it's American football or it's soccer. It's clear. So anyway, that does it. Oh, and then the girls may say, oh, I like fall because I can have on a sweater or a turtleneck, a jacket and my boots, and I bought some new boots recently. Recently I bought, and they're brown, and they have a zipper and a buckle, or however you wanted to describe them, and they're high heeled. Or you can say it's short. You can have your foot, see, this is high heel. Or you can have, this is like a platform, or just that tall of a heel. or something like that. So this is your foot, and you can do, oh, they're flat, or oh, they got a heel, or it's chunky, or you can say that they're high heels. And black leather, brown leather, they zip up, buckle. They have a buckle when you just like a belt buckle, and it's the same. It's a kind of a buckling. And then you can say, oh yes, and then I got this new scarf, and I want to wear it, and I want to find new ways to use that scarf, or however you want to do it. And then gloves and a hat, and they all match. They all match. Remember, our clothes match. They all match. Can't wait. Bought a new coat, got a hood on it, or you don't, and it has big buttons, or it zips up. You're just zipping it up. It's just a closed O, baby O, and you're zipping it up. So I know many women say that. They go, oh, I can't wait to wear my winter clothes. And it starts in the fall, and it depends on where you live. In the South, not so much, but in the North, they probably already have all those types of clothes out. And then you can say, oh, and plus I got some new rain boots. Instead of saying you could say galoshes. I think you would have to spell that, because really they're rubber boots. You could say, I got boots, they're rubber. It's an X hand shape, and you just go up and down the rubber on your cheek. Or you can just say rain boots, because they're made out of rubber. And so you can, wear them. You could, oh, I got some rain boots. And so if it rains a lot, or if you're up north and if it snows, or if it's muddy, then, my nice shoes won't get, ruined or anything. And I can put my pants inside and they won't get ruined. And then we say socks, but also this is hosiery, tights, something like that. But if you want to say like yoga pants, then you would need to spell yoga pants, yoga pants. But this is like tights or hosiery of socks, anything like that. It's the same sign. One hand shape, and you just go up and like this is stars, this is hose. So that's how that is, and I think it's because that you would have to pull one up and pull the other one up, and so you just pull them up, and you just pull them up. So socks and shoes. Yes. Oh, my husband, he bought new shoes, leather, or boots, leather, for outside, if it rains or if it's muddy. This is dirty. So any type of mud or dirt, that concept would be dirty. So anyway, so I think that's all about the fall. And so soon I will do the Halloween signs. I already have them all ready. So we will discuss that and have a lot of fun with Halloween. But in the meantime, now you can use signs for fall and what you like about it. So, peppermint. You can even do, the candy canes. You can do the candy canes. They know they're peppermint. I like all the peppermints, and I put it in my hot chocolate, and I dip it in there, or whatever. You just put it in there. You break it up and put it in there and stir it up. So just think about the different flavors and the sights and the things that you do during the fall, and just practice that and try to think up and make up a sign if you don't know it, or if you were really having a conversation, finger spell it. And the third and almost the best is really to act it out, and that way it'll be a clear picture, and they can see it, and they'll enjoy that, and so you can really get more in depth of that conceptual language. So have a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye.